Okay, guys, pardon me once again. All I gotta say is this is PPS, which stands for post, and so on. Well, signature probably, but whatever. Uh, but anyway, guys, reason why I'm doing this for you, for Mel, and for you guys, you children and such, is that I want you guys to understand this important subject. It's that, yes, fair enough, guys. I know I look like I am male, basically male and such. And I've done basically male things and such. Right. So I've been drinking Bible beer and such. It's been impacting me, yeah. But I gotta say, guys, that despite how I look and such, guys, I'm sorry, I'm not a male, okay? I'm not basically a male or female, okay? I prefer to say that instead I'm the best of all basically genders, okay? That is how I basically view myself, basically being the best of all, which otherwise called, excuse me, otherwise it's called it's called gender neutral. So I just want to say is that every time basically that goes is that instead of basically going with them, I hate to bring this up, guys, but hear me out. That instead of basically going to the men's bathroom, if I basically see the signal that says female and gender neutral and such, I try my best to have a go at that and actually go in there and instead of actually using it standing up, instead do what it's supposed to be doing, which quite frankly, my mom's, I gotta say, so I really wish my boy were father and such, but my mom has, excuse me, my mom had this ex-boyfriend, now this dear friend called Neil and such. All I gotta say is he's a very great man, guys, a very great and valuable man, yeah. But at the end of the day, he only basically used the toilet by sitting down instead of standing up and such, okay, guys? That's something that, to be fair, is something I've got to learn and do the same as well, okay? So I gotta say, there you go, guys, is that, excuse me. I don't think I'm gonna say for him he's basically gender neutral. I'm talking about Neil, by the way, example is that. I think he's actually very comfortable being a male and such, and that's perfectly fine. Whereas for me, I'm not. I'm sorry. I prefer instead to call myself gender neutral, okay? So there we go and such, yeah. And I'll talk a little more about that later, yeah. I just also want to say is that another thing I gotta say is that I'm not basically, gay or lesbian or such or bisexual. No, guys, in the end of the day, I am pansexual, which basically means that gender doesn't mean pretty much next, it pretty much gotta say means next to mother to me in terms of love and such. Is that it doesn't matter who it is and such, I generally love everybody else overall and such, okay? But all that being said, guys, about how I think about gender and such, that is how I view genders and such, okay, guys? But the other day, in terms of being pansexual, is that I don't have a gender, but I do have a type of person I'm looking for and such, which at the moment, guys, is basically someone that's basically East Asian or Pacific and such. Really wish to go as far as Native Canadian, but I think that's going too far. I think instead, like in Australia with Aboriginals, instead I'll be an honorary member of them instead, okay? That's the best I could ever hope for and such, so that's it. But anyway, in terms of HGuys, I gotta say that an Asian and a Pacific person, hope he'll be able to find one from the Philippines, maybe Vietnam, but definitely the Philippines. I'll be able to find that basically that lover I'm looking for and that apartment basically to get and such, okay? So anyway, sorry, having a little trouble remembering where I'm at. So, right, okay. So all I gotta say is that hopefully I'll be able to find basically the partner and lover I'm looking for. We basically have a family and so on and such, okay? But I gotta say is that the other day is that I'm basically gender neutral, which basically means is that I'm not a male or a female and such. And quite frankly, if I'm honest with you guys, I'd rather be more female than male and such. Even if it's still a tomboy, but that's how I prefer it to be and such, you know. So I guess we'll basically see about me getting a sex change, which is going to be basically a semi-sex change, and that I'm going to remove this double, basically this situation, which, to be fair, Amanda, aka your mum, often goes against. But guess what, ma'am? I want to get rid of it and such and such. You know, so in the end of the day, I'll just have my thoughts and such. Probably I'll basically get them to stop and such. But anyway, I gotta say is that that's what I want to do. Is I basically, instead of the day, want that. I also want boobs and such. Once I gotta say, guys, once I'm basically done with children, that's what I'm gonna do with myself, okay? So at the end of the day, I'm gender neutral. And like I said, I'm basically pansexual, as I've said. Basically, in the end of the day, gender doesn't mean anything to me. And like I said, for me, it's type of basically lady I'm looking for, not the gender and such, okay? Alright? Alright, I gotta say, I think I basically explained it all and such. Hopefully got it all sold out and such, guys, so hopefully that's as far as I need to go and such. For you guys and such to understand, I'm gonna really play will pray unconditionally such as that your boy will your auntie or mom and such, Melody will understand, and the rest of you guys, all you children will understand too, okay? Because despite all that and such, especially for just two people and such, is that I'm gonna hope you guys is that you view me as a father for all you guys, one way or the other. Basically, view me as a father. You can basically call Uncle Matt and such. You did that bring me to playable tears, guys, so. But if we can't do that, guys, simply in the end of the day, just call me a good friend and such, you know. Or, so, one way or the other, however you guys decide to do it, it doesn't matter to me however you decide to do it. You do whatever you want to do and such. And hopefully, well, basically goes, you know. Because at the end of the day, is that even though I can't wish to go further with basically being basically family and such, if we in the end of the day just end up being friends, I can accept that without any troubles and such, guys. But if at the end of the day you don't want to be friends with me and such, please, for the love of God, let's have a nice chat, say goodbyes, and that's it, okay? God, pardon me, God, I've said it over and over and over and over and over and over. I'm Playwall, very Playwall, stupid, and Playwall lazy and such, guys, so, fair enough. I'm like, okay, yeah, you go. Playwall fool and Playwall idiot, and so on and so forth, okay? So, anyway, despite everything I call myself about what you would call me, and I can understand why, guys, it is what it is and such, so go ahead, have a shot at me and diss me and such, as I would myself and such, you know. Go ahead and do what you must do, okay? Alright, guys, but at the end of the day, I hope is that we'll be back together again and all good. If not, just basically say what you need to say and part of it, okay? So, at the end of the day, guys, wish you all the best. Cheers. Okay.